What's up everyone, this is Mike from Terrestrial, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite chargers, the Pro Duo by Venom Power. Okay, so I got a lot of stuff with me on the table, and I just want to, before we go into everything, point out what actually comes with the charger out of the box. So you get the charger itself, obviously, the power cable to turn it on, two balancing boards, two balancing leads that go from here to the balancing boards. Then you have an assortment of charging leads. So with that being said, the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is plug all this stuff in to the charger correctly. Okay, so first I'm going to go through these wires a little bit and show you how they all plug into the charger. And now the charger has two channels for charging your batteries, meaning you can charge two at once. And it has channel 1, channel 2, and this is channel 1 and this is channel 2. This is the balancing port and these are the charging ports. This is the power and ground and this is the balancing plug. So what you want to do is you take your balancing lead, and it always starts with a 6-cell balancing lead. And so you're going to plug it in. It's all tight. And then you take this end and you want to plug it into this board. And this plug is specially designed for this end. So you plug it in there. And now what this allows you to do is you can now plug in a 6-cell balancing lead and then plug it into a 6-cell battery, then 5, 4, 3, and 2. So that's the purpose of the board. And now, once you have this plugged in, you're going to want to pick the appropriate charging lead for your battery. So you look through them. For this video, we're going to be using the Q500 battery. So I'm going to get my EC3 connector. See, here it is. Now, it's all tangled. Okay, so you got these two cables that go into the charging plugs. So you got the positive and the ground. You plug it in, and now that's how you get the cables you need into the charger. Next, I'm going to show you how to get the battery plugged in. So we have the balancing lead plugged in and the charging lead plugged in. Simple enough. So now we got to take our battery, and if you see there you have the power connector, and it's a circle with kind of like a D shape. So that's an EC3 connector. These are always blue. And now you take it and you plug it in. Simple enough. Now, not all batteries, not all 3-cell batteries have that EC3 connector. So you want to find out the appropriate lead for the battery and choose out of your cables that you have. And now next we got to get the balancing plug plugged in. And as you can see, we're missing the piece we need. And now luckily I have that over here. And it's a 4-pin wire for the 3-cell battery. So you look for the 3S on the balancing board. You plug in the right side into the board. Simple enough. And then you take this end and plug it in directly to the battery. Now, there you go. Now it's plugged in properly to the charger. And from here on, I'm going to show you how to use the charger and actually initiate the charge. So, this is a 3-cell LiPo battery plugged into the balancing board, which is then plugged in here. All this is just balancing, and then this is strictly power. So now that it's connected to the charger doesn't know what type of battery it is and how many cells it is. So we have to tell the charger what it is, so that way it can charge it correctly. We got to get it the correct current, the correct type of battery, and the correct amount of cells. And then it'll know how to charge it and how to balance it. So as soon as you plug in the power cable to your charger, the first thing you're going to notice is the screen lights up blue and it says user set program with an arrow. And now you're also going to notice one of these lights is lit up. And now what those lights mean is it's telling you which channel you're programming. So it's on the left, it's programming channel 1, but now if you want to program channel 2, which we're not gonna, you just simply hit the channel button. So now you're back to channel 1. And now we're going to select the correct battery type, and the way you do that is by hitting select and cycling through the different options it has. The first one's a battery meter, that's not important. The second one happens to be the LiPo battery, which is the one we need. But if you keep going, you're going to get the different battery types. And then you're going to get save data and load data. And then you're back to the beginning. So we're going to hit select twice again, and now we're at LiPo battery. Now, enter, and now you get to pick the individual settings for the battery. Okay, so again, for this example, we've been using a 3-cell battery, and I like to charge my 3-cell batteries at 4 amps. So on the display, you got amps on the left, number of cells on the right, and you want to pick the appropriate number of cells that's printed on the battery, and then the amps that you want to charge it at. So if you hit select, the first thing it's going to take you to is amps. So I'm going to decrease it, because you got the decrease and increase buttons. I'm going to decrease it to 4. Okay, now that I have it where I want it, I simply hit select again, and now it takes me to the number of cells. So I got a 3-cell battery, so you can't increase it. It's at 6 cells, so you decrease it. Now you're at 5, 4, and now 3. That's where I want to be, and now I hit select, and now it's set up properly. So we have it set at the appropriate settings. So now all you need to do to initiate the charge is the start button over here. You just hold it for a few seconds. Now it says battery check. It's checking to make sure that it's the correct number of cells. And now it's going to ask you to hit start or enter again, so that way it knows you really want to charge it. And there you go. Now it's starting to charge. So that was just a brief introduction on the Venom Pro Duo charger and how to charge a battery simply. There's a lot more features of this charger, so if you want to learn a little bit more about it, I recommend looking at the manual in the box. It'll teach you a little bit more about the charger. And I also want to point out some of the different accessories we have for it. So once you get more familiar with this, there are some other accessories that you can use, different balancing leads and different power connectors that we have for the different types of batteries you may have. And then also another really cool one, for example, is this cable that combines the balancing lead and charging cable in one for the unique Typhoon H battery. So once you get familiar with this charger, I do recommend checking those out. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in this charger, you can get it at store.terrestrialimaging.com. We have them in stock and ready to ship, or you could give us a call at 1-800-FLY-0530. And now if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, hit subscribe, and like us on Facebook.